Hello and welcome back to another XeroLinux video. Today is going to be a special one. But before we start, don't forget to give this video a like, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe to get more of these types of videos, Linux related videos, XeroLinux, and so on and so forth. But without further ado, let's get started. Today's subject is something that I have been thinking about for a long time. It can be misconstrued as a negative thing by some. It is not, I assure you. Okay, so what I'm talking about is the fact that as a sole maintainer of XeroLinux, I have spread myself a little bit too thin by having multiple spins available. It's not a lot of work, but it is some work that's being taken away from the flagship, which is KDE, where my heart and soul belongs. And I spent so much time, countless hours, countless days optimizing KDE, adding new features, making it work the way I think it should. So by having other spins, by having to work on other spins, it's taking away time from that. So I have come to a decision that might be negative to some. I've done it before. Some of you I know in the comments will say, well, he's done it before, here he goes again. Well, yeah, there's nothing I can say to that. But I decided to discontinue the GNOME and the not yet born Cosmic. I'm no longer gonna keep adding additions and spreading myself too thin. Maybe in the future, if and when the XeroLinux team grows to include more and more members, no problem. We'll have a person to work on each and every spin. But for now, I can't keep doing that. But that's not to say that they're gonna completely disappear. They're not. So I'm gonna show you the GNOME edition and to explain why I decided to do this. This is Zero GNOME. What is Zero? Well, it's nothing but a config, because the way I started doing things was by making the GNOME edition just a configuration file on top of GNOME, while I put all my efforts on KDE. So this is Zero GNOME. What is it? It's just a bunch of extensions that I included that are here with a desktop setup that configures each and every extension the way I want. That's it. That's all GNOME is, with a few plugins for Nautilus that are now broken because GNOME 49. So yeah, like I had right-click open in terminal, it's gone because of GNOME 49. The plugin not being compatible with GNOME 49. I don't know if it's gonna get updated or not, but yeah, you got, like, for example, you got what's it called, Arc menu over here, not configured, just the default setting. And I had a few things over here, but since it's GNOME 49, they're not compatible, so we'll have to wait for them to get updated. And they're not broken, there's just in an interim period until the developers of those extensions update them to work on GNOME 49. We need to dispel this thing about extensions being GNOME breaking extensions. They're not breaking extensions. Like everything in the world, if the base gets updated, the overlay has to get updated to work on the underlying stuff. So anyway, so as we can see, do not disturb moved here and stuff. So I didn't do anything to GNOME. I just added a few configs. That's why I have good news. Instead of having spins of XeroLinux, I decided to slowly work on configurations that you can just apply to a vanilla GNOME or vanilla Cosmic, because those are the only two I'm going to have. In case you install GNOME via Arch install or via any other distro, I'm going to make it compatible, cross distro, Arch-based distro compatible. That way you can apply my my rice or my configs to your system. Instead of killing them completely, I'm just converting them into installation scripts. Another thing to mention is the fact that the ISOs, don't worry, If you already donated for the GNOME ISO, don't worry, it's not going to die all of a sudden. No, no, no. Whatever packages I included on my repo and added to the GNOME ISO will continue to be updated. I'm just no longer going to build new ISOs. That's it. But I'm not going to be doing the same thing I did before where I completely killed it and broke XeroLinux to pieces. No, not anymore. I'm not doing that. If you are already on Zero G or Zero GNOME, you can stick to it without having to worry about anything breaking. And in case you want to install Zero GNOME, well, the ISO will be deleted. So I would highly recommend for you to download it before it disappears. The thing that's going to happen by December, when the new release of XeroLinux comes along, and it's going to be a major one. Trust me on that. I've been working overnight making sure the changes work. You're going to be happy. In case you watched some of my live streams and my guest appearance on the DT live podcast, I showed off some of these changes, but even more on top of that will be making it to the new release of XeroLinux. Only this time it's going to be KDE and KDE alone. As for the GNOME and future Cosmic config scripts, I'm gonna take my time, learn, so I can give you an amazing and easy to use installation script. Maybe even an installation toolkit. I don't know yet. I don't know what the future holds. But this video is just me announcing that XeroLinux GNOME edition will disappear by December. So if you want to get the ISO, you could, and if you get the ISO, you can still install it in the future, 10 years from now. Well, not 10 years from now, but months and months and months after the fact. You still can, because the packages are still going to be there. The repo is still going to be there. Everything is going to be there. But keep in mind that installing it so long after it's been discontinued, you'll have a shit ton of updates to go through. And which maybe might break the system. I don't know. But as of late, Arch has been behaving very well. So I don't think so. But there will be no support provided anymore starting December. So from now until then, I'll provide support for GNOME edition. But after December, no more support. You're free to grab the ISO until then and keep it in a safe place so you can install it in the future if you so choose. But that's it. Yeah, that video is a quick one. Just letting you know that in December, the GNOME edition will disappear. So will the Cosmic edition, which I was working on. I'm going to instead turn them into installation scripts or toolkit. That way, everyone on any Arch-based distro can apply them. But yeah, that's it. It's a short video, and let's see what the future holds, right? The KDE edition is not going anywhere. So I'm going to keep working on it to make it one of the best KDE distros out there, because I love that desktop environment. I will never use anything else as a replacement. Maybe if and when it dies, then maybe I'll try to find something else. But until then, no. KDE is my home. KDE is where I live. KDE is where I eat, drink, and sleep. So yeah. Thank you for watching this video until the end. And if you want to support me financially, you got donation links below. Ko-Fi, LiberaPay, Fundraiser, if you want to support me privately. Or if you don't like one or the other, you can choose whichever one you prefer. And we will be discussing this at length on Saturday's live stream. I have a much bigger subject to discuss, thanks to DT for asking the question. I want to dig deeper into it. I'm not going to reveal what the question is. We'll talk about it on Saturday's live stream at 9:30 p.m. my time, Lebanon time. So check your time zone when that is, or you can. I'm going to schedule the live stream on Friday, so you can always check what time it will be for you. And I hope to see you all there. And with that being said, stay safe, y'all, and God bless. We'll see you on Saturday's live stream.